I'm Danny Nightmare.
I'm Gory Movie.
And we're Horror Addicts. And we just got done watching the Green Inferno, and it made us really hungry, so we made a nice barbecue. How's that burger, Undead Jess? How's yours, Brocky? We got ourselves some Green Inferno sauce, aka spicy guacamole salsa.
And ribs! I really hope when Green Inferno hits Blu-ray that it has some kind of cooking feature.
Love to try those recipes.
People, the other white meat.
Soylent Green Inferno.
Eli Roth's The Green Inferno is not a mindless bloodbath. It is surprisingly well developed. The first half of the film sets up our main character, Justine, who is the daughter of a UN lawyer and is toying with the idea of getting into political activism after seeing it on her college campus. She gets involved with a local activist group and they decide to head off to the rainforest to save an indigenous tribe from being bulldozed.
What could possibly go wrong? Well, after a scary ordeal, they think they've succeeded in their mission, and everything's great. They're flying back home when, all of a sudden, their plane crashes. Now, as you said, this was such a developed character. I actually felt like I was on this trip the whole time with them, and that's one of the things I love about this movie. I was not out of it at all. I was stuck in this movie. And that plane crash was actually like the scariest part for me, because I felt like I was inside of it. And after that, they have to endure the jungle, and then fall captive to cannibalistic tribe. And the people you care about and the people you hate all start dropping like flies. But it's fun and gruesome, and you have a great time watching it.
As we mentioned, this movie has a fantastic cast. As you'll see in a lot of Eli Roth films like Knock Knock and Aftershock, it stars his wife Lorenza Izzo. There are also a handful of cameos of a lot of other people who've been in Eli Roth movies, i.e. like Hostel, Hostel 2, and Aftershock.
I really liked Sky Fiera in this movie. She spoke for me as an audience member, and I enjoyed her. I wish there was more of her in this movie.
What I liked about Sky Fiera, after seeing a lot of interviews with Eli Roth about the movie, is I felt like it was like watching the movie with Eli Roth. She was a very funny and relatable character. Oh, and the kid from Spy Kids is in this. He's all grown up now and he drops dongs. And we can't talk about the cast of this movie without mentioning the tribe that starred in it. The real-life tribe that played the cannibals in this movie were fantastic. I had a hard time believing that they'd never seen a movie, nevertheless never acted. In particular, the kids. The kids were adorable and very funny.
To prepare them and explain to them what a movie was, they all watched Cannibal Holocaust with Eli Roth, and they viewed it as a comedy. Speaking of Cannibal Holocaust, there was a lot of homages to that movie and others. The opening shot is almost scene for scene from Cannibal Holocaust. And Eli Roth has made it no secret that Cannibal Holocaust, plenty of other cannibal movies, were a huge inspiration for this movie. In fact, the title itself, Green Inferno, was actually supposed to be the original title for Cannibal Holocaust.
His love for cannibal films shows in this movie, and while he has made his own film here, he has definitely shown not only that he knows a lot about those kind of movies, but that he's a huge fan. While there were many homages to Cannibal Holocaust in particular, what I liked was that Eli Roth didn't do exactly the same things that were done in the films that came beforehand. I respect Cannibal Holocaust for what it is, but it's a difficult film to watch, namely because of what I know about how that film was made. In particular, how the animals were treated. Everything I'd heard about Green Inferno going into this said that it was nothing but your classic exploitation film. Many people told me that this film was tasteless and unnecessarily gory. My experience was quite the opposite. I felt that all the shots in this film were carefully planned, and the deaths and the gore were never gratuitous.
Speaking of deaths and homages, my favorite death was Raiders of the Lost Ark. What was yours?
My favorite death in this was an homage to Day of the Dead. Yes, the awesome death where the guy gets pulled apart. I was really impressed with this film. It's damn near perfect. There's only a few small things that I would change. One of them being the music. One of the best parts about Cannibal Holocaust is that beautiful synth score. Seeing how synth scores are making a big comeback in horror films lately, like It Follows, I would have really liked to see something similar done in this movie instead of your generic horror movie soundtrack.
I love this movie, but there was one part that kind of disappointed me, and that's the very end. There wasn't that payoff I was looking for. I felt that justice should have been served, but it just quite wasn't there.
I totally agree with you on that one. And what kind of killed the ending for me, the ending has a very powerful note that kind of sticks it to all those political activist wannabes, you know, your Facebook and Twitter activists, those people who get passionate about a cause just because of how it makes them look.
You only fight these causes cause caring sells. All you activists can go f*** yourselves.
It made a great point about that, and it left on a very strong note that was completely subverted by the little bonus scene in the middle of the credits. This is one of your generic setting up a sequel type scenes that you see in a lot of Marvel movies that I personally could have done without. So should you see this movie? I think from both of us, that is a resounding yes. Not only should you see it, but catch it now if you can while it's still in theaters. This is a beautifully shot film, and I think you're going to get the full effect by seeing it on the big screen.
I agree with you. Go see it. And we can't wait to own it on Blu-ray once it's available. Eli Roth never kids around with the special features, and I can't wait to see what's going to be on it.
And like I said, there's a lot of humor in this movie, so it's got great replay value.
It balanced well with the suspense. My sides were splitting, and I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. So I recommend this movie to anybody who's an Eli Roth fan, to anybody who's a fan of the old Cannibal or Grindhouse films, anybody actually who has a strong stomach and a good sense for adventure.
And now we've come to the part of the review where we ask Lawless what he thinks. So Lawless, the Green Inferno is about a bunch of kids who try to save the rainforest. Their plane crashes and they get eaten by cannibals. And they use the power of Scooby-Doo to plan their rescue.
Okay, I have two things to say about this movie. One, why the cannibals trying to kill them when they're trying to save the rainforest? And two, great Scooby-Doo idea.
From the mouths of babes. Disclaimer, Lawless did not see this movie.
Cut!
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, pack that thumbs up button, and if you're new here, subscribe.
Leave us a comment and let us know what cannibal horror movie you like the best. Oh, I'm stuffed.
I don't think I could eat another bite.
Dessert! Dessert? Oh, I don't think we have room for dessert.
Ooh.
Box of Dread. Alright.
There's always room for Box of Dread.
Wow, there's a place called the rainforest that truly sucks ass. Let's knock it all down and get rid of it fast.